Lira City, but also vying for the position of mayorship, Lira City main council. I must say I'm humbled for the people who voted me as a workers representative. They gave me experience, which I don't take it for granted, but I want to move it to a greater angle. I believe I can do better than any other mayor which has been in this Lira City, because the mess that we see within the city were created way back like 10 years ago, and now the era is continuing, but we want to discontinue it. Particularly me, I'm disappointed by the method of work in local government, especially Lira City, where I was sitting as a councilor. The level of corruption is very high. You find like nearly when they send money for roadworks, you don't see the impact. This is painful. Government sends 1 billion every year, but our roads are impassable. They are in very sorry state. People always squander money and they don't want to talk about it. I remember when I spoke about the misappropriation of 3.5 billion use meet additional funding, they put a false allegation on me. The case I've been battling until today when it was disposed of. I want to thank God for that. So the fight still continues for corruption. Fight against corruption continues. For me, I am pleading to the people of Lira City, vote for a woman. All these years since creation of Lira City, we have been voting for men. This time we need to change. And men stand behind me. I will do better than the men you've been voting for. It is going to be a twist of events. It will be complete change, fundamental change that President talked about when he was taking government in 1986. We cannot afford to live in this kind of city. The city is, first of all, very dirty. The roads are very bad. The street kids on the street. The street vending everywhere is littered with human beings. It is very disorganized. We need to take on the zoning of our city. You find cars parked everywhere on the street. And the roads itself are very narrow. The street lighting very poor. Everything about the city is bad. Went for a benchmark in Gulu city. You don't see those roads in Gulu. What has happened? We need to do something different. So when we get back to the former mayors, then it means we are moving in reverse direction. When I joined council, I found when people were praising the current mayor that we need a bright mayor. I didn't know where the stupid mayor was. But me, nowadays I'm advocating we need to have a mother in this chair. God has gifted us. We know how to protect. We know how to do things the right way. Actually, in the creation, God made us to be helpers. So I'm coming now to help where men has failed. So to the best of my knowledge, I can do this. I'll change the city, make it a very peaceful city. The war that we see in Lira City has actually deprived us of development. Instead of us fighting for development, we are fighting each other. Actually, those wars were created by the former mayor. One, they gave land fraudulently, which caused us a lot of pain. And most of our businessmen lost millions of shillings because the lands were recovered, which is painful. So because they gave the land fraudulently, our businessmen are suffering because of it. There are a lot of issues within the city which has not been put right. Especially when there is bad leadership, it is women and youth who suffer most. You see the children on the street, you see the women trying to run around to make ends meet because they are bad leaders. And at the end of the day, they are not given free environment to transact businesses. I've seen them being chased like grasshoppers. They take the little they are selling is always grabbed off and taken, they rot in the store. I saw it. Others have been prosecuted, which means there is bad leadership. So for me, I'm looking forward to development, and I'll put my bums down just to do the work. Nothing else. I don't have any selfish interest, but I'm disappointed by the method of work that I see in Lira City. Very bad. So the people of Lira City, let's join hands. It's not about a war. It's not about who, it is about our city and development. So I kindly request that women have better lobbying powers than men. When I sat in Lira City, I did not see any project lobbied from outside. I can lobby even internationally. I'm a woman. People listen to women more than men, because men, they always want to have that, superiority complex in them. But for us, we go down, we kneel down and ask for what is for your people. So I beg my people, I'm going to do this. Within the 5 years, we will see the change that's needed. Corruption will be history. The roads, we shall try very hard and work on the roads, because I see how our borders are suffering on the street. Every now and then you see accidents. The roads are very narrow, and then there are potholes everywhere. You see even like waterlogging everywhere. Nobody is working on the drainage system. Everything is scattered and in sorry state. We cannot afford to live in this kind of city. Let's change. We must accept change, and change will change us. Thank you.